I'm Alanah Light, your independent Thermomix advisor. In this video, I want to go through with you exactly what's included when you purchase a Thermomix. So first of all, this is the Thermomix TM6. As you can see, it comes with what we call the mixing bowl, and then below it, it has an LCD screen. This connects seamlessly to our online recipe platform called Cookidoo, and I'll go into that more at another time. Starting with the bowl, this lists out, and that does come apart into several pieces. I have a separate video just to go through the detail of how to do this, but you can take the base off, take the blades out, and that way you can put it into the dishwasher and enable thorough cleaning all the way through. All the items I'm going to go through in a minute are dishwashable. You can put absolutely everything in, which is a great time saver. So the mixing bowl sits here and is the heart of all your cooking. As I said, it comes with the lid. The lid has a removable measuring cup, we call it. You can measure liquids in here, which might be useful for some of the recipes you're going to do. That then will sit into the lid for some recipes. However, if you are steaming, the recipe will guide you to remove that item. But for safety, you'll place what we call the steaming basket. The steaming basket stays on the top. It's also designed to enable you to put it inside the bowl should you want to do some recipes, for example, rice. Here you could have water boiling in the bottom and rice cooking in the steaming basket. This leads on to the next item, which is called the Varoma. This is a Varoma here, which is made up of 3 pieces. The bottom piece, and they all have holes in them, sits on top of the lid, like that. You then have a tray, which goes on the top, and the lid. Now, the reason I mentioned the rice earlier is this gives an example of multi-level cooking. So you could have your rice cooking in the bowl itself. On the first level here, you could have vegetables, perhaps broccoli, and then on the tray at the very top, you could have perhaps some salmon or a piece of chicken, all steaming. There's one meal could be ready in, let's say, 20 minutes. We also have the spatula. Now, the spatula is not an ordinary spatula. It has a couple of very clever design features on it. First of all, it has this item with a flat edge so that if you put it down on the counter, you'll get space between the spatula head and the counter so you don't get any dirt on it. It has a little lip you can see on the side here, which is designed so that if you are cooking rice or something else in here and it's hot, it can link into the simmering basket. You can pull it up without any risk of having to touch the hot appliance. And then finally, as well as this designed for resting on the counter, if you need to stir a recipe during cooking, this is designed to be able to put in and it will get stuck before you damage it accidentally on the blades, and you can stir perhaps a sorbet as you're cooking it. Finally, if you are cooking a recipe at high temperatures, perhaps you're browning some meat, there's a splash guard which also sits on top here, and it just prevents if there is any hot oil splashing up, then there won't be any danger of it landing on you because it will be trapped within the splash guard. We also have the whisk, which is designed for whipping cream or perhaps bringing into mousses or cake mixture. That simply pops in and sits on top of the blades like so you can whisk items easily. Last but not least, every purchase of a Thermomix comes with the Simple Ideas book. This is not a straightforward recipe book. It has examples of recipes you might want to make, which links through to Cookidoo as well. But it also has lots of inspiration and ideas, how to set up a good kitchen, tips perhaps if you want to make your own bread and how you might want to set up the correct conditions for proving and storing yeast, and so on. So just to recap, when you purchase a Thermomix, not only do you get the standard machine with the bowl, you will also get the whisk, the splash guard, the simmering basket, a fantastic spatula, the Varoma for multi-level cooking, and of course, the Simple Ideas book.